You need to give people space. Space to love themselves enough to develop self-awareness.
You can't make someone love you by giving them more of what they already don't appreciate. Love grows in presence, not persuade.
Because love does not mean holding on to something that no longer exists. Love does not mean carrying the entire relationship on your back. Love does not mean sacrificing your sanity for someone else's comfort. Letting go does not mean you stop loving them. It means you are choosing to love them from a distance without losing yourself in the process. Real love sees your broken pieces and does not run, but that does not mean you should try to fix the person you love. You are not their therapist. You are not their savior. You are not their emotional mechanic. Unless they specifically ask you to hold them accountable, you risk creating expectations that will eventually hurt both of you.
You cannot change people. You can influence people, you can support people, you can inspire people, but you cannot make them change. Where I grew up, we have an old saying, which is you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. This is true with people.
Listen to me. You cannot change anyone. You can influence someone to change, but real change only happens internally when a person is willing to change. Keep this in your mind always. Never believe you can change someone or that you should try. It is a recipe for disaster, because either they won't meet your expectations and the disappointment will break the love, or they will change and eventually resent you for it, feeling like they are not living their own life, but living it for you.
You can't change someone who doesn't see a problem with their actions. No amount of effort can replace someone else's awareness.
Support is healthy. Rescuing is not. Fixing someone who doesn't want to be fixed is a slow form of self-destruction. You need to love with your heart, but you must understand patterns with your brain, because the first type of love, the foundation of every other love, is self-love. Without self-love, you will confuse attachment with affection, chaos with passion, and pain with loyalty. Without self-love, you cannot share your love with others in a healthy way. Most of us confuse affection and chemistry with love, but the truth is, affection and chemistry fade over time. They are sparks, not foundations. What remains is the love that was built with discipline, with pretense, and with respect for each other's boundaries.
So when I say, do you like someone's personality, the question you should be asking is, do I want to spend 200 hours with this person? Am I intrigued enough? Am I curious enough? Am I excited enough? That's liking someone's personality. Now, I use my language very carefully in the second one, respecting their values. What I often find in relationships is that we want people to value what we value equally to how we value it. So if I value sports, I want you to love sports and adore sports as much as I do. If I value my career and my purpose, I want you to value my purpose and my career as much as I do. And we miss the point that pretty much no one will be able to value what you value in the way you value it. It's not realistic. Me and you share values, but we don't have the same values. So the key to a good relationship is, can I respect your value for what you value? And can you respect my value for what I value? Most relationships fall apart because we're forcing someone to change what they value. We're trying to mold them, and we're hoping that they'll contort and that they'll move and that they'll fold into valuing something else. So
someone loving you truly does not mean they will value your priorities the same way you do. They should respect your values, but it is unrealistic to expect them to value everything exactly as you do. They have their own interests. The key to real love is that they honor your values and boundaries while loving you, and the same applies to you. It will be unfair and unrealistic for you to value their priorities exactly the way they do, but you must respect their values and never try to change them. Here is the thing. If they have an inappropriate character trait, you need to communicate how their behavior affects you and offer suggestions for what you expect. But the decision to change and the action itself must come from them.
You are responsible for your own happiness, not them, not anybody else. Not your partner, not your parents, not your therapist, not your best friend. It's only fucking you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to fix your life for you. Nobody's going to make all your trauma and pain go away. You have to deal with it.
Real love begins with loving yourself first. When you honor your own boundaries, you learn how to honor someone else's. when you respect yourself. You naturally love others from a healthier place, but I've seen so many people move through relationships with a defensive mindset, a mindset that whispers, "Let me hurt you before you hurt me." This is a recipe for disaster, because you cannot build love while preparing for war. You cannot create peace when your mind is always bracing for an attack that will not even happen. Love cannot grow in a battlefield. It grows in safety, in trust, and in the courage to let your guard down. We have forgotten how to love because we have forgotten how to understand. We have forgotten how to listen. We have forgotten how to give without keeping score. We say I love you, but what we really mean is, I love the version of you that fits my expectations. We say that we care, but what we really mean is, I care as long as you do not inconvenience me. We say I am here for you, but what we really mean is, I am here until it gets uncomfortable. Love in our world today is fragile. It is conditional. It is impatient. It is easily offended. It is easily replaced. But real love, the kind that transforms you, the kind that heals you, the kind that stays, is rare, and that is why it is valuable. Now, let us talk about something deeper, something most people avoid, something that makes or breaks every relationship you will ever have. Self-love. Because you cannot love someone else in a healthy way if you do not know how to love yourself first. You cannot pour from an empty heart. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot receive what you do not believe you deserve. Self-love is not selfish. Self-love is not arrogance. Self-love is not ego. Self-love is responsibility. Self-love is awareness. Self-love is healing. Self-love is the foundation of every other love you will ever experience. And here's the truth. The relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every relationship in your life. If you do not respect yourself, you will tolerate disrespect. If you do not value yourself, you will settle for less. If you do not love yourself, you will chase people who do not love you either. Self-love is not a luxury, it is a requirement. So how do you love yourself? Not in the cliche way, not in the take a bubble bath and call it self-care way, but in the real, grounded, identity-driven way. You love yourself by being honest with yourself, by holding yourself accountable, by speaking to yourself with compassion, by forgiving yourself for the things you did not know, by giving yourself permission to grow, by choosing environments that support your evolution, by walking away from what hurts your soul, by refusing to abandon yourself for the sake of being loved. Self-love is not a feeling, it is a discipline. So how do you know when love is real? How do you know when it is true? How do you know when it is worth keeping? Real love is consistent. Real love is patient. Real love is understanding. Real love does not punish you for being human. Real love does not disappear when things get hard. Real love is not found. It is built. Where there is love, Teddy, is life. Because love is the energy that keeps us moving, breathing, hoping, becoming. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. Because real love does not cage, it frees. A heart that loves is always young. Because love keeps your spirit alive. He who loves, loves silently. Because real love does not need to perform. It simply exists. Listen. To love and be loved is to feel the sun from both sides. Because mutual love is the greatest warmth you will ever experience. We often confuse love with expectation. We think love is supposed to look a certain way. We think love is supposed to feel a certain way. We think love is supposed to follow our script. But love is not a script. You do not control love. You do not force love. You do not manipulate love. You allow it. You nurture it. You grow with it. Love is not about getting what you want. It is about giving what is needed. Love is not about changing someone. It is about supporting who they are becoming.
If somebody wants you, you won't have to beg. Don't you see that? Love is not convincing somebody to want to be with you. Love is not accepting the bare minimum from somebody else. Why would you want somebody who doesn't want you? When you really look at it, do you see how insane that is? You're not hard to love, you're just loving the wrong person. And if you have to sell yourself to be loved, you're already priced way too low.
Love is not about perfection. It is about presence. Expectation is the root of heartbreak, because when you expect someone to love you a certain way, you set yourself up for disappointment. You say, I will love you so much if you do this or that. But that is not love. That is a bargain. Love is not conditional. Love is not a reward. Love is a choice. Love is a daily decision. And the moment you attach your happiness to someone else's behavior, you lose control of your own heart. Love is the greatest of it all. But love is not simple. Love is not easy. Love is not automatic. Love is not about how you want to love. It is about how someone needs to be loved. Love is not about expectation. It is about appreciation. Love is not about perfection. It is about authenticity. Love is not about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person. And above all, love begins with you. Because the way you love yourself sets the standard for how the world will love you. This was not just the end of a video. This was the beginning of you. Please join this community, not for a day, but for the journey. Because building your identity is not a one-time event. It is a daily work. And here, you will get the videos that train your mind the same way a gym trains your body. Always remember this. There is only one you in the entire universe. You are the movement.